Yo. Welcome into the ChrisBeCappinn show, man. Today is March 16th. I think it's 8-9 games in the NBA for today. So we're going to jump right through them. Go through them real quick. I don't have a recap. Yesterday was Sunday. Sunday was a bloodbath if you like favorites. I didn't play anything, didn't post anything, looked over the card on Saturday night. Was like, I think I'm going to stay off of it. I'm glad I did. Warriors going into New York, almost winning that game outright. Portland, facing a shorthanded Philly team yesterday, losing that game outright, laying 6.5. Pistons forgot to play basketball on Sunday. Like, it was a good day to just kind of take off. And that's what I did. Hopefully you guys were able to find some ways to make some money. Nothing official for me yesterday. Let's jump into it for today. So we'll start with Jackson, AI Sports Betting Tool, linked in the description of the video, of course. Ask Jackson for, give you guys the exact prompt. Ask Jackson for, let's see. Let's see. Here we go. Nah, hold on. That's not it. Oh, here we go. Okay. So based on last 10 game advanced stats per clean the class, situational spots, injury reports, and trends, what are the top 2 spreads that are incorrectly priced in the NBA market today? So Jackson likes the Phoenix Suns plus the 9.5, which you can still get. It says that the market has inflated this line to 9.5, likely overreacting to Boston's elite season-long metrics. While Boston ranks number 2 in net rating, they play at the slowest pace in the NBA. In a low possession game, covering a near double-digit spread becomes mathematically more difficult. Phoenix is a top 10 defensive unit and possesses the 6th best offensive rebound percentage at 31.2%, which allows them to limit Boston's transition opportunities and create second chance points to keep the game close. Situational news in synopsis. So the injury report is the primary driver for the edge. Boston is confirmed to be without Nikola Vucevic, a crucial interior presence. While Boston's core remains strong, the loss of the front court depth against a Phoenix team that excels on the glass is a significant mismatch. Phoenix is dealing with absences of Dylan Brooks and Mark Williams, but their core scoring remains intact. Situational trends also favor the underdog here. Boston is just 44-23 straight up, but have shown a tendency to let inferior teams hang around in slow-paced contests. My model projects 6.5 point margin, making the 9.5 line overinflated. So it's the first one. Kind of agree with that. Second one is on the Lakers, my Lakers, plus the 2.5 against the Houston Rockets. It says the Rockets are currently favored by 2.5, but the advanced shooting metrics suggest the Lakers should actually be the favorite in this spot. The Lakers rank number 1 in the NBA in effective field goal percentage and number 1 in shooting efficiency at the rim, 73.6%. Houston's defense is stout, 8th, but they struggle with offensive consistency, ranking 28th in turnover percentage. If the Lakers maintain their elite shooting efficiency, Houston's turnover issue will likely give the Lakers extra possessions tonight to win outright. Houston is entering the game severely compromised. They are confirmed to be without Fred VanVleet, Steven Adams, Jayshawn Tate, and their star center, Alfred Sengun, is listed day-to-day. Mr. VanVleet, their primary playmaker, against the Lakers team that features LeBron James, creates a massive leadership and execution gap. The Lakers are only missing Maxi Kleber. Historically, the Lakers have a win differential of plus 5.3, meaning they consistently outperform the expected win total on point differential. Facing the depleted Rockets backcourt, the Lakers plus 2.5 is a strong value play on the board. Okay, it says the Lakers are a superior shooting team and are facing a Houston squad missing this floor general. I expect the Lakers to win the game outright, making the plus 2.5 incorrectly priced. So 2 dogs tonight, Boston and LA. I'm sorry, Phoenix and LA. Let's jump into the matchups. So I'm gonna do it a little different today. We'll go through 4 games. I'll give you thoughts on all of them, and then take a quick break, and then we'll talk about the last 4. We'll get out of here. So I'll go through these games pretty quickly. So first one up is the Golden State Warriors and the Washington Wizards. So injury report here as I record this. It's about 1:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Just make sure I got the most updated injury report. I know Draymond was expected to play. Quentin Post is listed as questionable. Who else was popped up on the injury report in this one? I feel like it was a couple other guys as well. Maybe not. I see Cryer listed as questionable. Al Horford looks like he should. I think Al Horford should be back, but I didn't see his name pop up on the injury report at all. No Seth, of course, and I don't think Milton is gonna play this game. He missed yesterday. So Wizards have Trae Young in, no AD, no Kaishan George, no Alex Sarr either. So pretty massive there in my opinion. So Golden State, second leg of back-to-back. They got Boston on deck on Wednesday. Of course, they had a really good game yesterday, against the Knicks. Went in there, almost won that game outright. Kind of caught the Knicks slipping. The Wizards, on the other hand, have the rest advantage. They're 2-0 against the spread since they gave up 83 points to Bam. Lost to they've lost to Golden State 6 straight times, and they covered against the 2 playoff teams in Orlando and Boston in their last 2 games. This is the first home game after a 4-game road trip and the first leg of a back-to-back. They got a game against the Pistons tomorrow. Pistons will be in DC tomorrow, so not necessarily the greatest spot for the Wizards. But I'm not laying points with the Golden State Warriors right now. I kind of feel like they could squeak out a win. I know that the Wizards haven't been good by any stretch of their imagination. But I'm not laying points with the Wizards on the road without Steph Curry in the second leg of a back-to-back. Draymond Green, no Draymond Green. I think the Wizards should be able to keep this one close. Market does not agree, though. Market has pushed this up. Let's look at the Warriors real quick. 23rd in defensive rating last 5 games. 20th in effective field goal percentage. They're playing at the 4th slowest pace. You don't really know what you ever going to get from this Warriors team. They play slow. They play fast. There's no telling. Yeah, they play slow, they play fast. It looks like the Wizards as a home dog, not really the greatest. They are 14-14 against the numbers, so cover about 50% of the time. The Warriors as road favorites, I meant to look at this with Steph, I forgot. But as road favorites, just 13-12 against the number. But unrested, I'll be taking the points with the Warriors in this spot. With the Wizards in this spot. Thinking they can keep it close. Maybe even the first half. I feel like the Wizards have been playing better in the first half than they have for the full game. They can kind of run out of gas late, but after back-to-back covers in that last spot, it would be Wizards for me. The home dog Wizards for me in this game with nothing is the way that I would try to play it. If I was going to play this one, I just want to quickly look at the first half stuff recently. So the Warriors as road favorites, only 6-12 in the first half against the number. And if they're unrested, 5-12 in the first half. So Wizards first half could be the number, could be the look. They're 14-14 as a home dog in the first half and the full game. I'll be looking towards the Wizards, man. I'm not taking the Warriors. I know that for sure. Probably think it's sweet too. So that's that one. Next one up is Orlando and Atlanta. So this line was at 2.5. It was kind of head scratching to me. This was one of the games that I spent a lot of time on last night. So I'm just gonna make sure I got the updated injury report. So Jet Howard missed the game in the last one, I think, against Miami. But he's listed as questionable. No Anthony Black, which really hasn't meant a lot at all. And then Jonathan Isaac continues to be out, and Franz continues to be out. Atlanta has Kuminga listed as questionable. So 2 of the hottest teams in the NBA. Orlando is, let me just get these pulled up real quick. Orlando and Atlanta. So Orlando is Orlando has won 7 straight, 8 of the last 10. 4 straight overs for Orlando. This is the first leg of a back-to-back. They got OKC tomorrow, which kind of makes me think that they'll lose that game, but they should probably want to get this one. Not probably should, but I know that they want to get this one because you probably got a schedule loss for tomorrow, especially with OKC having the night off today. So Atlanta, 5th straight home game for them. They've been comfortably at the crib. Not a spot you necessarily want to bet against. They've won 9 in a row. Cover 8 of the 9 as well. 3 straight unders for them. They play in Dallas on Wednesday. So matching these 2 teams up on paper, Orlando's been the better team as of late. I know Atlanta's been really good, but they played against the easiest strength of schedule, 30th in strength of schedule. I think I wrote this down. Yeah, so I wrote down Atlanta's beat Milwaukee, Brooklyn, Dallas, Philly, Milwaukee again, Portland, and then Washington twice. And I'm not trying to be too nitpicky, but when you're second in efficiency differential based on that schedule, I feel like Orlando's been playing the much better teams. Their strength of schedule is 18th in the last 5. which isn't too much better, but is way better than dead last. And they're number one in efficiency differential, second best defense, fifth best offense. I think Orlando has double revenge in the spot. Atlanta won both games early this season, covered both spreads as well. So I know Atlanta's been comfortably at the crib. I'll be taking Orlando plus the points in this spot. Could it be a little bit of a trap? Yeah, but I think when it really comes down to Atlanta just hasn't played anybody. Also got 3 systems on the under. Didn't bet it. Total, I think, is going back up. This was at 232. We're down to 230. Now back up to 232. 231 and a half. I think what I've been looking at with these totals is if I like one, really just wait. Like, you don't have to rush it because sometimes it goes back up. And I've been getting smoked with totals, specifically on unders. But this game means a lot, right? Both teams, neck and neck in the Eastern Conference. I think Orlando is slightly better than Atlanta in the conference, but 2 hot teams. One that I really don't want to fade would be Orlando. I know that they beat the Heat in their last game. I probably should have took them in. I think they can get the job done in Atlanta as well. Yeah, not gonna talk about the trends, but like I said, 3 of them on the under in this game as well. So under 232 in Orlando would be what I would be looking at in this game. Next up is Portland and Brooklyn. I don't have much here. Portland, second leg of a back-to-back. Lost the game yesterday to Philly. Couldn't score the basketball in that one. And I don't really know what to say about Portland. I thought that was going to be an easy win yesterday against the Philadelphia 76ers. But yeah, not at all. Offense just kind of night and day. This Brooklyn team is absolutely trash. I'm not laying this big of a number with Portland. When I was looking at Portland last night, they have not been profitable on the road laying points. And of course, I don't necessarily want to do anything with Brooklyn either. Like, I'd probably be a game that I skip. As home dogs, they're just 15-19 against the number. But as road favorites, the Portland Trailblazers are 7-8 against the number. So they have not been covering. 10 is a lot to lay. I think I would be playing this total under. I think with Portland's offense, Portland is the 3rd worst offensive rated team. And I think looking at Brooklyn, not that they play great defense, but I think if I had to bet anything, it'd be under, because the Brooklyn offense isn't a real offense. They're averaging 105.4 points in their last 5 games. So because they can't score, sometimes they don't even get to 90. Because they can't score, I would think Portland would come in here and play some defense and win this game without having to score too many points. Brooklyn also will still be without Terrence Mann, Clowney's out, MPJ's out. So under 221 and a half. I think I got one system on that. The total's going up, but I have one system on the under. Don't trust Portland. Don't trust Brooklyn either to cover either, even at the crib. So that's what I'll be playing that game, under or nothing. Next one up is Dallas and New Orleans. So Dallas is on the road today. I did see DeJounte listed as questionable. It was an illness that he was dealing with. And Caleb Martin is questionable. Daniel Gafford is doubtful. And Klay Thompson is also doubtful. So Dallas playing second leg of back-to-back, 3rd and 4th. I think it's also 4th and 6th for Dallas. They only had like a Saturday off because they played Cleveland on Friday as well. I think they had that game on Thursday against Memphis as well. So Dallas has been playing a ton of games lately. They're 2-0 to the over in their last 2, but 8 straight unders before that. And then on the New Orleans side of things, they have a 2-day rest advantage, 5 straight overs for New Orleans. And they did have 1 day off after this. They have 1 day off after this before hosting the Clippers that come to town. And they've been doing well at home. Now, do I want to lay this big of a number? Not really, but I can see Dallas running out of gas. New Orleans is 21-13 against the spread at home. They are 8-2 in their last 10 games, but I kind of feel like the odds makers kind of priced it out in this one. Dallas, of course, is not really good on the road. I know that they had a big surprising win last night against the Cleveland Cavaliers, but I think that this line I don't know. I just don't envision myself laying this kind of a number with the Pelicans, especially if we don't know if DeJounte Murray is going to play. So I guess I say all that. I guess I lean Dallas plus the points in this game. You just got to make sure that, all the people that are supposed to play are actually going to play, in my opinion. And I would be taking I'd be taking the Mavs. As road dogs, they terrible though. 9-15 against the number, only covering 37%. And as a home favorite, the Pelicans are 6-2. So the trends say to take the Pels in the spot. Don't think I can do it, especially without DeJounte Murray. The Dallas Mavericks are also just 2-13 against the number when they have less rest than their opponent. Another really, really bad trend. for Dallas. But I don't know, man. 8.5 just seems like a lot. Pelicans team total, in my opinion, is going to be a tad bit too high, even though I know Dallas is going to want to play with pace and push the ball as well. Dallas is 8th in pace in their last 5 games. The Pelicans are 15th in pace and 13th in defensive rating, 123.7 offensive rating, which is 8th as well. So I guess the Pelicans team total, which number has moved, probably 3 points now. So I think I would stay off of that. I kind of thought that if Dallas had everybody, they would be able to kind of keep this one close. I just don't want to leave this big of a number with the Pelicans. That's my thought process. All right, let's see if I can speed up a little bit. Hit the like button for me if you can. Subscribe if you guys have not. Trying to bring you guys some value. Trying to help you guys handicap the card. Let's jump into the next few. So we got Phoenix and Boston up next. We start with the injury report here. I didn't have anything written in my notes outside of the regulars, which are Dylan Brooks and Mark Williams being listed as out on the Phoenix side of things, and Vucevic being listed as out on the Boston side of things. So immediately I saw this number yesterday, and I was like, man, that's a big number to lay. So Phoenix has been good on the road all season. They're 20-11 against the spread on the road. This is their 4th straight road game, though. First leg of a back-to-back. They got a much more meaningful game against the Timberwolves tomorrow. So that's a terrible spot for them tomorrow. So you'll learn a lot about the Phoenix Suns over the course of tonight. Because if they play this game really, really tough against Boston, I think you fade them tomorrow against Minnesota. But if Boston jumps out to a big lead, Phoenix could pull their starters because tomorrow's a conference game, whereas this game is not a conference game. But Phoenix is coming off a loss. They lost in Toronto on Friday night, so they had Saturday and Sunday off. For Boston, it's the 2nd straight home game. They came off a pretty easy win against the Washington Wizards. They're 8-2 to the under in their last game, and they do have the Warriors on deck. But I don't think that they'll look ahead to that game just because it won't be like the Warriors are old. Steph's not going to play, so I don't know how much of a look ahead it'll be there. Boston did win the game in Phoenix. They covered the 5.5-point spread. Game went under the 207 earlier this season. And Boston's actually beaten Phoenix 5 straight times in the head-to-head matchup. And they've covered all 5 spreads as well. So this is one where I kind of feel like the line is big. It kind of feels like you're supposed to take Phoenix minus the points. But again, like I said, if Boston, is knocking down threes, locking up this Phoenix offense, this is one where Boston could win by margin. So as much as I initially thought Phoenix plus the points, this is one where I kind of feel like, Boston could kind of run away with this one. So we'll see how it goes. I don't think it's a game that I'll ultimately play because of the situational spot for Phoenix. Maybe something live, but we shall see. All right, so that's that one. Memphis to Chicago. Line was at 5 yesterday. Total was at 240 is what I wrote down. So 3-point move up on the total, and Chicago has taken money, moving this from 5 to 7. So got to double check this injury report. It looks like, let's see. Looks like Memphis has Gigi Jackson listed as doubtful, Ty Jerome listed as doubtful, John Morant, Brandon Clark, of course, both listed as out, and then Walter Clayton is also listed as questionable. On the Bulls side of things, Nick Richards is probable, Colin Sexton is questionable, no Ivy, no Okoro, no Anthony Simon. So I'm not laying this many points with Chicago pretty much ever. Memphis has been looking like they are without a pulse lately. They are losers of 7 straight. But in 4-1 to the over, so not playing a lot of defense in their last couple games. But for Chicago, it's the first game home off a 5-game West Coast road trip. They're back-to-back losses against the Lakers and the Clippers, and they're 8-2 to the under in their last 10 games. So by default, it would be Memphis plus the points. I feel like they've been scrappy as a road dog. You would love to have Ty Jerome in, even though I think that he won't play. Maybe this line goes to 7.5, 8. And I think Memphis can cover the number, but Chicago probably will win the game, is my thought process. I just don't look at the Chicago team as a team that's going to win by margin because they don't play the greatest defense. I also had some systems on the under in this spot, a couple of them. First one was home favorites off of 4 straight road games, and the total is greater than 239. That's been a solid under trend. And then you just look at the Bulls this season. If they're a home favorite, if the total is 240 or higher, they're 5-2 to the under. So I kind of expect this game to not get up and over the 243.5. I think the under is another way to make money in this game. These extremely high totals are ones that I'm more. I feel like I hit a little bit more on. The 220.5s, the 225s, like those ones, you kind of team get hot from 3 and your bet kind of cooked. This one specifically, I feel like there's some wiggle room at 243.5. So my strongest look in this game would be the under, and Memphis plus the points would be the way that I would play this one as well. Would love to have GG in though, but we shall see. Next game up is Houston and my Lakers. So 2.5. First thing that stood out to me was that these two teams do play again on Wednesday, rematch in Houston. So injury report wise, Lakers have only Maxi Kleber listed as out, and then on the Houston side of things, Alfred Sengun is listed as questionable, which I feel like he has been the last couple games. We shall see. Man, I had a pretty big bet on Lakers on Dallas. I'm sorry, on Denver on Saturday night to beat my Lakers, and it just kind of reminded me why I don't bet against the Lakers. Because when they lose, it's like a double loss. I lose financially and I lose emotionally. So I think I'm gonna just kind of probably chill out with trying to fade the Lakers or figure out what they're doing. Situationally, it's not the greatest spot for them. They've been playing good though, 8-2 against the number in their last 10. But they are coming off an overtime game versus Denver, game they probably should have lost. Austin Reeves don't miss the free throw, and then Dallas boxes out. Aaron Gordon actually makes the free throw. A couple possessions before that, like they had it. Denver had the game in the bag, but the Lakers, found a way to win it. 5 straight wins for the Lakers, 5 straight covers for the Lakers. Crazy to think 5 straight covers, because that means they've actually been playing a little bit of defense, and that's what the numbers show. On the Houston side of things, not a team you really want to lay too many points with. 12-19 against the number at home, only 4-6 against the number in their last 10. They're off 2 days rest. They beat New Orleans, didn't cover that game. 3 straight unders. 4 of their last 5 have stayed under the number as well. They just offense just very, very just scarce. There's not a lot of it there at all. The Lakers also got really big revenge. Remember, they lost on Christmas Day, 119-96. That game went under the 230, 1.5 as well. So if the Lakers weren't coming off an overtime game where I saw them exert so much energy, Braun diving on the ball on the floor for balls, full extension, like he a wide receiver trying to catch a touchdown in the back of the end zone. If it wasn't for that, like I saw how taxed they were in that game, I probably would be taking the Lakers. I'm ultimately staying off the game. As currently constructed, though, it do kind of look like the Lakers, especially if Sengun's not in. I think the Lakers can win this game, but the overtime scares me a lot. Maybe they're satisfied with that one. With the rematch being on Wednesday, maybe I'll just play off of this game for the one on Wednesday, thinking that we'll see a little bit of a bounce back. As far as the total goes, another one I think goes under. Opened at 225. I saw it go all the way up to 227, 227.5. Now it's come back down a little bit to 226.5. Teams off overtime, like those games typically go under. I had like 3 or 4 trends, I think, on the under in this one. Houston is the under team just at home in general, 20-10 to the under on the season. So that's 66%. And the Lakers are 18-14 to the under on the road as well. For whatever reason, they've been playing much better defense on the road than they have at home. So another game where I like under, probably not going to bet it. Under's been absolutely killing me. So I think Lakers plus the points is the way to play in this one. But like I said, the scary thing is that line really hasn't moved a lot, and we don't know if Sengun's going to play, because if it's Sengun play, maybe you get a better number with the Lakers if you think that they can get the job done in this spot. Last but not least, the San Antonio Spurs and the Los Angeles Clippers. So Kawhi is listed as doubtful, which is why this line went from 6.5. I saw it at lowest 5.5, 4.5, I think, up to a touch 9.5, and now it's come back down to 8.5. It looks like. Total has only gone up. 226.5 is what I wrote in my notes. It's all the way up to 233.5. I kind of think at this point, like, you can take under here in this spot as well. San Antonio doesn't have anybody on it. Well, Luke Cornett and Dylan Harper are both listed as out, but outside of those two, Wemby will be in. The rest of the starters will be in. This San Antonio team's performed really, really good on the road. They're 29-11, straight up 18-15 against the number. This is their first road game after 6 straight home games, though, and the first leg will back-to-back. But they only got the Kings tomorrow, so not really a look-ahead spot. Their bench can beat the Kings. And then on the Clippers side of things, 17-16 against the spread at home, 7-3 ATS in their last 10. However, Kawhi was a part of all 10 of those games. This is their 5th straight home game. They have back-to-back non-covers as big 13.5-point favorites and back-to-back unders as well. San Antonio took the first matchup between these two teams, 116-112. And the Clippers ended up covering. They were getting 7 in that game, and it went over the 222.5 total. So this is a game where I kind of feel like if San Antonio comes out here and wants to lock this Clipper team up, I think that they can. I know that the Clippers offense has been really good, but a lot of that's predicated on Kawhi getting out, running in transition. Like, now that you don't have Kawhi, you're relying heavily on Darius Garland. I mean, he's going to get the Stephon Castle treatment, in my opinion. And then, Brook Lopez. Good luck to him trying to guard Wemby. I just worry, where the Clippers offense is going to come from in this game. So San Antonio is a team that wants to play fast. The Clippers have been playing fast as well. I don't think it's going to really help them a lot in this game. The Clippers, if San Antonio comes to play defense, which I would think that they would, I think this goes under the number of 233.5, maybe even a Clippers team total under. Really not sure if San Antonio needs to score that many points either, even though I know that they like to run and gun and shoot a bunch of threes. So I guess I would say under in that spot as well. So that would be my thought process. Kind of want to stay away from the total, from the side. I know that San Antonio, if they absolutely wanted to, could come in here and bury this Clippers team without Kawhi. But I think with the number moving, I think I'll stay off. So just a quick recap of everything that I just talked about. Let's write it down. If I'm playing the first game, which is, let's see if I can find it. All right, so if I'm playing the first game, I'm taking Washington plus the 7.5. If I'm playing the second game, I'm taking Orlando plus the 2.5. I'm also taking Orlando and Atlanta under the 232. Portland and Brooklyn would be another under 221.5, I think is the number right now. And then Dallas and New Orleans. I think that line has gotten too big for me to even touch, especially without knowing if DeJounte Murray is going to play. Phoenix and Boston, that's another one that's kind of gotten out of hand. Much as I want to say Phoenix plus the 8.5, Boston minus 9.5 seems a little rich for my blood, but don't like the spot for Phoenix. Memphis and Chicago, that would be another under for me, under 243.5. And LA and Houston, under 226.5, I think is the best number. And San Antonio in LA. Let me just look at something real quick. So San Antonio on the road, 20-13 to the under. Clippers, I think, really will struggle to score. So you know what? Let's just go with another under. I know people are not gonna like this, but yeah, I think if I had to bet it, I would go under 2, especially with the total getting this high now. I just think the Clippers are really gonna struggle to score. Wemby in there, that's the way I feel. Home dog. Let's see. Let's just look at Clippers as home dogs real quick. 6-5 to the over, but these games average 220 points. If they have a high total, it's the highest total all season. The only highest total they had was the Laker game, and they went over that 229.5. They went under the 229.5 actually. Nuggets twice, they went over in both of those games. But I'm pretty sure, these rosters. You have to go through and look at these rosters because they probably had James Harden. They probably may even have had Kawhi Leonard. I just think the offense will struggle. It's my thought process in that one. So, yeah, this is what I would be betting if I'm betting today, man. I hope this was helpful for you guys. Resources all linked in the description of the video. Check them out. Moneyballer, Outlier, OddsJam, and Jackson. And that'll be it for today, man. Best of luck on whatever it is that you guys are playing. Whatever I add, I'll send it to the members. You guys enjoy the games tonight. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.